The Lakers are going through emotions just like I myself am currently going through emotions. After all, we're currently going through emotions, from obviously our own reasons. As for the Lakers, obviously they now lost 5 out of 6 games. They lost to Portland last night in Portland without their current star. What's his name? Demi Ajbia. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He wasn't even there. Obviously, Dame Time, my guy Dame Time, is out for the entire season, and the Lakers side doesn't have Luka with the groin issue. Had an MRI, I heard, and he seems to be okay. So I don't know if he's going to come back for tonight's game against the Raptors. Austin Reeves still out, probably for who knows how much longer he's gonna be out. So it's just LeBron and just some other guys. I didn't even see Dalton Connect on the floor until garbage time. JJ at this point, I did praise him in the beginning of the season when LeBron wasn't there, but all of a sudden when LeBron came back, all of a sudden he's just that. All of a sudden it's like I'm having questions about his coaching again. So look, man, they're pretty much hitting a dark hole right now. The Lakers, they're definitely hitting a dark hole, and in the case for me, I'm hitting a dark hole myself, which is why right now I just need this day to be out. I did my nice trail. I'm gonna have some videos up, or I'm gonna have like a movie edit up later on today when I get a chance to. And this trail that I did, lots of green. It's in Bomber Canyon Trail. It's in Irvine, so it's pretty nice out here. So yeah, I just really need to be in my own comfort zone, even if it's just temporary. I just need my own peace and happiness, especially after what transpired like the previous week. Like since then I've just been really going through emotions. And as for the Lakers, I know they had that mini 2-0 to start the 2026 year. Unfortunately, it did not last very long for them, so that's why right now they proceeded to lose 5 out of 6 games. They're 1-5, mind you, and like a majority of those losses have been blowouts, especially against lowly teams like the Hornets in Staples Center, and even Portland. In Portland, where I made a video, when did they play last in Portland, where they didn't have Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves? They had Nick Smith Jr. just going off like Klay Thompson-esque, and I think he had like 20-something points, and the Lakers rallied from like a double-digit deficit. It wasn't nearly as bad as this one was, and they actually won the game. I think they had won their 4th in a row at the time. I made a video about it. So that was the last time they won in Portland before their recent visit, which is just last night. And I don't understand, like during that stretch when, including that big win without their big three, the Lakers were doing fantastic. Like they were doing so well. There was no drama. There was none of that. None of that ish. And now all of a sudden, like as soon as the king, as they call him, comes back, now all of a sudden it's back to these same antics, these same headlines, same everything. And I myself too, like just when I thought everything was going smooth in my life, like after the last 2 months of the 2025 year just being pretty decent, not great but decent. Now all of a sudden, after what transpired the previous Friday, now all of a sudden I feel like it's back to this kind of awkwardness that I'm feeling, where the vibe has not been the same towards me and what have you. It's almost like I feel a disconnect just in my home life, just because of what happened there. I know it's pretty ugly. I still cannot get over it to this day, which is why I had to continue distancing myself despite a pretty good family outing yesterday. But I know there's some words that I shouldn't have said in there in that heat of that moment, right? Especially involving my mental health. But it is what it is at this point. Obviously, an argument like that has some words that we just don't mean, and unfortunately we can't bring back what's been said and done. So it is what it is at this point. And it just seems right now, some of my family members that were involved, they seem to be over it by now. As for me, I'm not. And it almost seems like, like, I mean, I don't want to make it out to be that like I initiated that argument, but unfortunately, it just, if it wasn't for my emotions, based on the fact that, I'm still in my dump, being mentally corrupted as I've been, then I think we would still been okay by now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there wouldn't have been none of this to where I even feel awkward to an extent. And right now, that's what I'm feeling, and I'm at the point now where now it's really time for me to focus on, finding my own personal space. I'm going through some real deep emotions myself, and every time I'm feeling that way, somehow, so is the Lakers. The Lakers lost on my birthday, just last Thursday. They lost horribly to the Hornets. For whatever reason, they're just losing to bad teams by double digits, and it's almost looks like they are not trying on defense, dude. In a lot of the games that I watch, where they were losing, especially badly, to these bad teams, they're just giving up layups left and right, and it's like they're just not. They look disinterested. Even LeBron himself. I mean, a lot of people have been saying it, that LeBron just, not only is he himself disinterested, but is making the Lakers as a team very disinterested. So I don't know what it is, dude. Like, I'm at the point where I feel disinterested and wanting to go to my dump at this point. As you can see, I'm actually like rotating between, like what I'm going through as far as like what I've been going through, like, as of recently in my life, and at the same time discussing what the Lakers are going through. And they got some of their issues on their own to fix, and I'm pretty sure they can fix that if they can get rid of that guy that's just the oldest of the other guys. And they have to start realizing it's Luka's team, man. And I myself need to realize that it's time for me to move on. I just, before the moving plans continue on, it's like I feel myself to be disinterested and disconnected, from wanting to be any more involved in, in anything that needs to be done at this point. I told myself it's gonna be the final straw, for me. After that ugly incident. So it continues to feel this way for me. I'm still not over it, unfortunately, but it is what it is, man. And as for the Lakers, they got some real fixing to do. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I just thought I'd express the going through emotions where both of us, I'm talking about myself and the Lakers, are completely screwed up mentally. So that being said, yeah, let me know what you guys think.